What's up, fellow polymaths? In this video of the Java Fundamentals tutorial, we'll be going over string and print formatting. Java allows you to output formatted values that utilize variables in the formatted output. The printf and the string.format methods both allow you to output formatted values. Both methods work similarly, though the string.format method can be reused compared to the printf statement, which is basically a use once method. Formatting is very useful if you want to customize how you output the strings or statements. So here are some formatting examples. We have our %s, which represents the string, %d, which represents an integer, and you can remember that %d represents an integer by d representing a decimal. %f represents a floating point number. %e represents a floating point number in scientific notation. %c represents a character. So there are other string format methods, but these ones are mostly used ones. So now that we have an understanding of string and print formatting, let's go to the code and try it out. So here we're in the code editor, and we're just going to try out some basic print format methods. So here we're going to take number of rocks and just make this equal to 5. Then we're going to have 2 people. First name is Alex. Let's give this name Brian. So now we're going to print print format statement. So instead of print line, it's printf. So here we're going to say we're going to use those print format percentage keys. So here %s, which as you remember represents a string, and then we're going to say through %d, and this is the number of rocks variable that we made. Rocks at %s. And then here we're going to put in our variables in the order of the how we want the output to be. Now that we have created this output, we're going to use another example. All right, so now we've created our code that contains both print format and the string.format methods. So let's run the code, and I'll explain everything that's going on. All right, so here as our output, we have two string output statements. So the first line 10 is a printf. So in this case, it reads as %s through %d rocks at %s. And this printf passes in 3 variables along with the string. Basically, you can read it in order as name1, which is Alex, through number of rocks, which is 5, at name2, which is Brian. So Alex threw 5 rocks at Brian. So now on line 11, we create a string variable called formatted string, and it's relatively similar. In this case, the string.format contains a new line so that we don't write along the same line. String.format by default does not create a new line. So this says in retaliation, %s through %d rocks at %s. And notice that I changed the order up a bit, the variables. So I basically switched name2 and name1. So name2 is first and name1 is last. So it basically reads as in retaliation, Brian threw 7 rocks at Alex. And it's 7 rocks because I added the 2 to the number of rocks, which initially was 5. Then we just basically output the formatted string. So that's pretty much it. Pretty much to know about string format and print format. So try a few examples out yourself just to get it ingrained. So here's an assignment for this topic. Number 1, write a program that utilizes %s and %d within the same statement. Number 2, write a program that outputs a floating point number using the %f to 2 decimal places. If this video was of any value to you, then please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.